up crab legs.
Oh, God.
Now, hold on. That's what gets me right here. So they're using the tongs. They're fencing. When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Like you'd fence? This is an old guy and a old woman going to town over crab legs.
And you know the only thing that could have possibly made this better is if they were using the crab legs to fence.
No, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Because I actually have a story about crab legs after this is over that will bring us all together.
Okay.
So, when tempers cooled, Johnson learned the battle, sure enough, had been about crab legs. They've been waiting there for the crab legs for a good 10 or 20 minutes. When they finally came out, it's very heated. So people get, crab legs come out and they get crazy. Especially if someone's taking more than their fair share. Everyone was saying, they cut me in line, she cut me in line, he cut me in line, I was here first. The Tong duelist, John Chapman, who's 71, and Chiquita Jenkins, 39,
It's an age difference.
were both arrested. According to News 19, Chapman was charged with disorderly conduct, Jenkins was third-degree assault. And I saw a picture of this John Chapman online. He had a cut in his head from one of the tongs, I think.
Explains the assault charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the people are fighting over crab's legs here. A day later, there's a picture of Chiquita and
Wow.
now
That is a gash.
He
that
does
is a
have
gash.
a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
Chiquita looks like what I thought she'd look like. But and Mr. Jenkins, who's 71, has a gash in his head, and that's what I thought he looked like.
That's yeah.
I was just hoping to find a video of the actual
Well, there's no video. I looked.
Okay.
It's unfortunate. In this day and age, there should be videos of all of this.
But I mean,
boys.
it's not hard to find. If anybody's looking, just all you have to do is Google crab leg fights.
Yeah, that's number one. But a day later, 1,000 miles away, a similar outburst interrupted the dinner rush at the Queens Buffet in Queens, New York. On February 23rd, a woman only identified by the New York Post as Christine watches her 10-year-old son attempting to get some crab legs.
Okay.
An adult woman nudged the boy away from the line with her hip. I was like, can you please do me a favor? I appreciate if you kept your hands off my child.
Sure.
And the mother comes over and she was like, you already had the first 2 batches. I said, listen, he's 10 years old. He's going to grab maybe 6 or 7 and we're leaving. We're going to keep it moving. When the woman called her a slur, everybody came over and started screaming. A brawl exploded inside the restaurant. Video from the fight showed hair pulling and flailing arms. According to the restaurant's manager, 2 groups mixed it up. One pack of 16 people facing off against a group of 7. They had kids. Both groups are families. It was out of control because at that time it was so full. They were so busy with customers. I know they started shouting, yelling, so I just told them, calm down, calm down. By the time police arrived, everyone involved in the fight had flooded the restaurant.
I should mention now, there's actually a genre of YouTube videos devoted to documenting hungry eaters picking clean a new crab leg servings, metal tongs battling one another for every last leg.
Yes, and I'm talking about crab legs, people. So here's what I'm thinking. These people go to these buffets, and it must be like $15.99 or...
Yeah.
And they think, oh, free crab legs. And they wait for the crab legs. And they get in line like it's concert tickets to like the last show of Metallica.
Right.
And then they get cut in line, and then people start fighting over this shit.
I mean, it sounds like Walmart on Black Friday.
I know.
I'm not a fan of buffets for many reasons,
Well,
but I guess you can just add this to
one of
my
them,
list.
Yeah, I don't like buffets.
Yeah. We have divides in this country right now politically, but more importantly, about crab legs.
Well, no, I don't think this is a divisive issue here. I think everybody loves crab legs.
They
We're
do.
all on the same
It's the
page.
exact opposite. But we're so united for
we're fighting
love
for crab
crab
legs.
legs.
Yeah. Like they're going out of style.
which maybe says that we need to be divided. Because even if we are united, we still fight.
Guys, so this ties into a great story I have about crab legs, boys. Years ago, me and Kelly were at the Red Lobster in Maple Grove before we had kids, and we're sitting there, and there was an older couple, probably in their 70s, sitting right next to us on the table, and we were in a booth. And there was a family sitting on the other side in a booth, right? And the dad got crab legs. All of a sudden, on the corner of my eye, I see a crab leg come flying across and hit the old man next to me in the face.
Okay.
The 4-year-old kid at the parents' table had flung the crab leg. The old man, right in the face. And I couldn't stop laughing. The old man looked at me like, you're an asshole.
Well,
Then he
why
went
would
back
you-
to the family, and the gentleman was very nice. He said, "I'm sorry, my son threw it." The old man and the old lady, they left because a crab leg got thrown in their face.
Why didn't he just eat the crab leg?
What, the old man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Maybe he was allergic to crab.
Have you seen a crab leg? Somebody get in the face with a crab leg?
I've never seen anyone get hit in the
It's
face with a crab
comedic
leg.
gold, man. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold.
That kind of reminds me. I mean, do we have time for me to tell my favorite crab leg story?
Go ahead, please.
I actually don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one?
No,
I was just going to be like, this is
I don't have
scary because I don't have
favorite
one at
crab
all.
leg.
But I mean, it's funny because it was a young kid and I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
And Kelly was like, "Stop laughing." I was like, "You got hit in the face with a crab leg."
yeah.
I mean, it's funny.
I would have laughed too.
If I got hit in the face, I would have laughed too. I'd been like, "No, that's hilarious."
I mean, I might have been upset for a brief moment, but then I laughed.
Yeah, come on. But again, guys, what are we fighting about food for? When we should be fighting about democracy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. This is not a political podcast. It's not political. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting story.
Yeah, it is. Sorry. The tongue fighting, though. I mean,
Yeah. You said tong.
tongue fighting.
Oh.
The way
Let's
you
make sure
described
people
it was
understand
pretty
that.
cool. Like they were like
Tongue fighting, not thong fighting.
fencing with
Tongue
tongs.
fighting. They're fencing
Very
with
different.
tongues.
And when you first, honestly, I have never had a crab leg at a buffet. I didn't realize it was such a hot commodity.
I didn't either.
One of the most popular buffet items there is. And so when you started talking about tongue fighting, I'm like, it didn't even make sense to me. And then when you wrapped up the buffet part of it, I'm like, oh, they were literally at the buffet,
Yeah.
had tongs in their hands. So there
They're
you go. There's
fighting.
your weapon.
Yeah.
And I've been to prime rib buffets before, and
See,
I've never seen fights happen.
It's going to
there.
ruin tongs now. From now on, there'll be like plastic tongs or...
Well, yeah.
Right.
Might get
Or it's
rid
going
of
to be
them.
like paper.
And that's not going to work for picking.
Well, they might have, they might have to hire somebody to be the tong guy.
Right.
Or
There'll
like...
be literally someone behind.
Like,
right.
You know, like
That's
they
right.
have
That's right.
somebody cutting your like meatloaf or prime rib.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna have
Yep.
to have somebody
Yes,
handing you the
yes,
crab
yes.
legs.
Yeah.
Like keep coming, keep them coming, keep them coming.
Yep.
A few more.
I mean, it's a sad day when everyone starts going off the rails over crab leg.
Yeah. What have we come to in this society?
Very good reference to the song that's
Yes,
playing in the background.
exactly,
Again,
yeah.
you aren't actually playing the song on the podcast. Again,
Come off the rails.
See, but now, technically,
Good job.
I could play the song,
You could.
and I've now referenced it, so it's
You have.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
really nice of Omni to kind of sync their soundtrack up to
Yes.
our podcast.
It's very nice.
And when we start talking about crazy people fencing with tongs, they'll throw in a little Aussie for us.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
So, boys, this has been a very short podcast. Let's just give a little update about what's going to happen in the next podcast. We don't know yet because
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
there's potential for playoff game and another playoff game and potentially
Right.
another playoff game, and they're quick firing at this
Yes.
point. So we cannot do a game after or a podcast after every playoff game.
Right.
We do kind of fit into the 2-week window
We do,
roughly
yeah.
because I mean the playoff game is 6 days from now on the 20th. If Minnesota wins, they will be traveling to LAFC on the 24th, Thursday the 24th, and then that would lead into the following weekend. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
So it's going to be a little bit of a.
Should we give our picks?
we probably
We
should.
can, yeah.
I mean,
I haven't
nothing's
really
changed.
dove
No.
deeply into this game, but the fact I will say this: Minnesota has only lost once at Allianz Field.
Correct?
It's been a fortress. They've played well against good teams. They've played well against bad teams. But for the most part, they've only lost once. They've played well. If you're going to sum it up, they've played very well.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially defensively. There's been a lot of those, 1-0 games, 1-1 draws. There's been a few outbreaks of offense, like say against Cincinnati and a few other games. But I like the fact that it's at Allianz Field. And that being said, I think if we're going to roll into the picks, I'm going to pick Minnesota in a low-scoring game. I would love to see goals scored left and right, but I mean, how can you project that based on recency bias, basically?
Right, yeah.
So I mean, I'm in the neighborhood of the boring 1-0 or 2-1 score.
And you'll be in Vegas, so you should put a bet on that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a smart bet.
I am going with you
Yeah.
Not with you to Vegas, but with your picks. And saying that I agree. I think it's going to be, we're going to come out very defensive.
Oh, yeah.
I think Slayton's going to get himself a goal.
Okay.
And I think we'll win 2-1.
All right. You know what? It's as boring as it is, I'm with you there. I mean, even in several of the most recent games, I mean, like LAFC, for example, the last home game at Allianz, that game could have been 3-2 or 4-3. Right. It could have been, but it wasn't, thanks to, in large part, to Vito Minone and the woodwork. But so yeah, let's give a go to. I'll give a goal to Galaxy, like you said.
I'm not giving a goal to Galaxy. I'm going to say our defense steps up a notch,
like they did before.
I think Vito is like on his head all game, making great saves, showing that he's going to be the goalkeeper of the year. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0.
Okay. All right, so
we're at home. The crowd's going to be hopping. Our first playoff game. I'm the optimist. We're going to be there.
So we've all got United with
2 goals.
2 goals. Sorry, 2-1, 2-0. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I hope it's not a 2-1. Wasn't Kansas City 2-1 where that game started out so flat? Kansas City took the early lead, or whether early lead or not, they took the lead first. But Minnesota found a way to come back in that game and win 2-1. It could be a game like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I look at it as is it's going to be a 1-1.
Yeah.
And we're going to will, the fans are going to will us. Yeah.
I like it.
I will say this, and we have to mention Johnny, because we mention Johnny every podcast.
Oh, boy, yeah, it took a while.
Yeah.
So Johnny will be at the game with me and David.
He won't hear it, because I doubt he listens to this.
He'll be in my seat.
He'll be in your seat, yeah. Okay. So, and he has to pay an extra, 16 cents?
Yes.
That's right. But I will say it's going to be fun. Dave, we're going to miss you there, buddy.
I'll miss it too.
You'll be in Vegas, but you'll be watching.
I'm sure I will. I'm going to have to break. I should say, I hate to say this, but I'm going to Vegas almost specifically for an NFL weekend. Of betting, sports betting, and but that game is at 7:30 Central Sunday, so I'm going to have to break away from our soccer crowd. I hope I can, or from our football crowd. I hope I can. Pull Nels away with me.
He should.
But
he should.
We're planning on being in massive sports books, so I'm assuming it won't be a problem to see this game. But if I have to, there's plenty of soccer bars in Las Vegas, so watching the game won't be an issue. I'll even be able to bet on the games.
I'm wondering what the giveaway is going to be. I'm wondering what they're going to give to the fans.
I bet there won't be anything.
I was going to say,
it's the first playoff game.
There might be a pennant or something like we got at the opener, which I wasn't too impressed with. That would be.
I still have it.
If I was predicting a giveaway, that is the best case scenario.
I'm going to say scarf,
like a free,
playoff
authentic
scarf.
jersey.
No, scarf, playoff scarf. First playoff at Allianz Field.
I could see
first playoff in team history type of scarf.
I'm going to go with a cardboard cutout of Adrian Heath.
Really? Well, could you imagine all those being in the stands?
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think the organization probably feels like he got snubbed for his lack of Coach of the Year nomination.
Well, I could go. We could talk about that forever, but
we could probably do an episode.
It is what it is.
Maybe we will.
It is what it is. So again, those are our predictions for this game coming up. It's going to be fun, and like I said, our podcast schedule will be a little different because of the playoffs coming up.
Right.
The last 2 years we've been able to, or last year.
2 years.
2 years, yeah, we've done this for 2 years. Let's live 3 years. We've been able to go into the off season and go, we're done now.
Right.
We're nothing to talk about. But this year's a little different.
Yeah.
So, you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
I feel like, this song that's on right now.
Yeah.
This song was on the movie The Hangover, right?
As it was, yeah.
So it's fitting that Dave's going to be headed to Vegas.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
With this song. Again, they're lining perfectly.
It's their soundtrack is going
now, preferably,
right with
let's not have your visit to Las Vegas turn into The Hangover. I mean, if you want to get randomly married to a stripper,
And
I guess
if I
it's okay.
remember correctly, when they played this
might.
song,